Okay, this is my elderberry bush here. I already picked some. I wanted to show you how I do it. The hard part of elderberries is not picking them, it's getting the little berries off these. My wife uses this for a syrup that's supposed to be good for you for colds and things like that. So all I really do is put the bowl underneath it and snip it with a pair of scissors, and then that way I get them all in a bowl. You don't want to put too many in a bowl and smash them, but you want to get enough in there. Hopefully you can get these ones in the bottom. Make a syrup over it. I've actually made wine out of it too. They're pretty good. Wine's pretty good. Haven't for a couple years, but I'm out of the wine again. I don't drink much of it. I just make a couple gallons of it once every few years. But mostly we use it for an elderberry syrup, which you can buy online. They do sell elderberry syrup. You got to make sure when you cut elderberries that you're identifying them right. You see this one here is pretty much done. The birds have got to it. Birds like these too. I don't protect them, so because as long as you get them early enough, the birds don't get them all. There's always so many of them. I do have another plant at camp that's just packed full of it. The darn plant grew too big. I'm gonna have to trim it down. It's like 12 feet high. I don't know whether they'll add that to the video or not. These ones here aren't quite ripe yet, so I'm gonna leave them be. From my understanding, how that elderberries are not good for you if they're not ripe, so I make sure they're ripe. These ones, obviously, I can't put a bowl behind them. This one here is just about devoured by all the birds. Now, elderberry will grow wild in a lot of places too, especially up here in Pennsylvania. You see them a lot along the highways, but I certainly wouldn't eat those ones because of the spray that the state uses. But if you know like a road that you're not spraying or anything like that, you could, and that looks like about all that's ripe. Now, for some reason, I don't know, but I had a few vines die. This one was loaded a lot more, but the vines died, and then the elderberries ripened real early. I didn't take them because they only ripened because the branches had died. I also have this tree growing up in the middle of this that I'm going to have to take out. Now, according to my identifier on the phone here, it's a mulberry tree, and if that's true, I'm going to take it up to camp and transplant it. The birds will love those. Plus, they make a berry too, which is not bad. I mean, it's pretty good too. It's jellies and things like that. Now it's time to remove the berries from the stems. The stems are multi. You see, look at the berries that come out. Wee little berries. So it takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of technique, and it takes a little bit of feel. Some people use forks, and there's other ways I've heard. The best way that works for me is I roll it between my fingers and my thumb. I roll it gently. You get a feel for them. The riper they are, the better they roll off. You want to try to keep as many stems out of that as you can, because stems will cause a little bit of a sour taste. So you see me reaching in a lot of times and taking out the stems, but I'll continue. You may not want to do this in the house. Berries have a tendency to pop off sometimes, and they can make a mess. I mean, if you step on them, they're going to give a black spot, or kind of a blue spot. But they are kind of messy.
Now, as you see, it took a whole bowl that was kind of overfilling to make a smaller bowl. I don't know how many this is. I'm going to guess, I don't know. This quart. This is enough to make some syrup, not a lot, but this is just the first batch. We'll do multi-batches. I have a lot more at camp that I will be getting. But kind of, you get your hands purple. Now, I've tried several different ways of doing this. I've tried the forks. I've tried a few different ways, and this is the best way for me. I do get my hands a little bit purple, but that's okay. I mean, what's a little purple hands? But this way I get a lot of the stems out, especially if you're making wine. If the stems will add kind of a sour flavor, a real sour flavor to it. So they recommend get as many stems out if you're going to make some wine. This here amount, I could probably make a gallon of wine out of that. Soak it for a while and probably make a gallon of wine with just this amount here. But like I said, this is just the beginning. But I wanted to show you the process of how to pick elderberries and get them off and get them ready to do. They are good to eat. They have a little bit of a sour taste. They do say that it has been scientifically proven that a syrup made out of these will alleviate some of your cold symptoms. Some people take the syrup all winter long to try to prevent them. That hasn't been proven scientifically yet, to my knowledge. If it has, please let me know in the comments and go. So, at any rate, this is it. I mean, the rest is up to my wife. I'm still trying to get her on a video that she could show you how to make the syrup and stuff like that. But we'll see how that works out. But okay, this is Man with a Plan. The elderberries have been picked. They've been removed from those clusters, and they're in the bag. Now, I thought I would get maybe 2 quarts. These aren't completely full, so probably a quart and a half, which isn't too bad. That's a good start. We will continue to pick up at camp and get some more, and we'll continue to expand. But like I said, I wanted you to see the process and know it is elderberry time in Western Pennsylvania. Today is August 1st. They're starting to get ripe. Now, depending upon how much sun they get, some will ripen before others, so they can be picked for quite a while sometimes. But once again, if you like this video, subscribe, share it, and comments. I'm always looking forward to some comments, so don't be afraid to comment and help an old guy out. Go ahead and subscribe and share it, and we'll see where this all can go so I can keep doing more videos and be energetic and keep moving as an old guy. It's good for my arthritis. So if you can pick elderberries, they are enjoyable. It's good for your the flu symptoms, the syrup and everything else. And if you prefer the wine, hey, make some wine and enjoy it. And once again, this is the Old Man with a Plan. I'll see you later.